One thing that makes Tubba Blubba so incredible as a boss is that he's shown to be scary. This is a boss that's invincible. This is a boss that you know that you're not ready to take on yet. This is someone that you have to avoid right now. And that's how life is sometimes. Sometimes there are some challenges in life that right now you're just not ready to take on those challenges yet. You have to grow first. You have to do things that are easier before you're ready to take on these bigger challenges. Let's take a closer look at Tubba Blubba, the Chapter 3 boss in Paper Mario, who might just be the best designed Paper Mario boss ever. Tubba Blubba is invincible, and Bowser's minions even speculate that Tubba Blubba might be stronger than Bowser, even though he's only a Chapter 3 boss, and Mario has to search the world trying to find out if Tubba Blubba has some kind of weakness. The backstory, the build-up, the level design, everything about Tubba Blubba as a boss is absolutely amazing, and we are going to take a closer look at why that is. To really appreciate this boss, we have to back up for a moment and take a look at the prologue of the game before we get to Chapter 3. At the start of the game, Mario fights Bowser, and Bowser defeats Mario very easily because Bowser stole the Star Rod, which is wish-granting, and made Bowser invincible. How many Mario games start like this, where Bowser easily defeats Mario? In my first playthrough of this as a kid, I just couldn't believe that Mario losing a fight to Bowser would be scripted into the beginning of the game, and I would keep resetting my console every time that I would lose against Bowser, not knowing what I should do. The goal of the game, Paper Mario, is to collect the 7 star spirits from around the world that Bowser has captured, and with all 7 star spirits, you might have a chance at making Bowser not invincible anymore, and you might have a shot at rescuing Princess Peach. You progress through the game and collect the first 2 star spirits, no problem, but when you get to Chapter 3 and you have to collect the 3rd star spirit, that is guarded by the invincible Tubba Blubba, who might be even stronger than Bowser, but you're not ready to take on Bowser yet because you don't have all 7 star spirits, so how could you possibly take on someone that could potentially be even stronger than that? And this is only Chapter 3 of the game. What are the future bosses going to be in the game if Chapter 3 is this difficult? Between every chapter, there's a cutscene where you play as Princess Peach and you sneak around the castle, gathering information that's useful for Mario and his adventure and where to get the next star spirits. Princess Peach learns of an invincible Tubba Blubba that is guarding the 3rd star spirit, and Princess Peach and her little star friend, Twink, are worried for Mario. They think that maybe Tubba Blubba does have some weakness, maybe he isn't fully invincible, so they decide to explore the castle, seeing if they could find out some further information about Tubba Blubba. We don't know what the boss's weakness is, and we don't even know if the boss has a weakness. Princess Peach and Twink eavesdrop on some of Bowser's minions talking about Tubba Blubba, and they say that Tubba Blubba wasn't always invincible, but now that Bowser has made him invincible, that he might be even stronger than Bowser. One thing that makes Tubba Blubba so incredible as a boss is that he's shown to be scary. This is a boss that's invincible. This is a boss that you know that you're not ready to take on yet. This is someone that you have to avoid right now. And that's how life is sometimes. Sometimes there are some challenges in life that right now you're just not ready to take on those challenges yet. You have to grow first. You have to do things that are easier before you're ready to take on these bigger challenges. And there's more that makes Tubba Blubba scary. For example, if we take a look at the Toad Guard outside of the Forever Forest, he is terrified of ghosts. He is so scared whenever he sees a Boo. And when we get to meet some of the Boos, we find out that they are terrified of Tubba Blubba because Tubba Blubba eats the Boos. So this creates a fascinating hierarchy of fear where we see the Toads are at the bottom, they're afraid of the Boos, and the Boos, even though they scare the Toads, the Boos are terrified of Tubba Blubba, who is at the top of the things that you should fear hierarchy. Before we even know what Tubba Blubba looks like, we know that he's scary. We know that the Boos, which are scary, are afraid of him. We know that Tubba Blubba is invincible, and all that we've seen is his silhouette so far, so we're just on the lookout for something that we know that we should avoid. The first time that we run into Tubba Blubba is in a village full of Boos, where we're warned that Tubba Blubba's actually coming to eat some ghosts right now, so we are warned to vanish. So we hide because we are not ready to take on Tubba Tubba Blubba right now. And what does Tubba Blubba do? The ghost that warned us to vanish is actually the ghost that gets eaten by Tubba Blubba. So we're lucky that we got away this time from Tubba Blubba, but we see just how dangerous he is. He eats ghosts, and ghosts are terrified of him. Next, we head to Tubba Blubba's castle, trying to see if we could find out anything about his weakness. Does he have some vulnerable spot that we could exploit? But at the same time, we're also being careful to avoid him because we're still not ready to run into Tubba Blubba because he's invincible. If we run into him, we won't be able to scratch him still. And this adds a nice stealth element to this part of the chapter because not only are we trying to avoid Tubba Blubba because he's invincible and we're not ready to take him on yet, but there are UFO guards that we have to try to avoid. There are enemies that maybe we don't want to attack right now. So this whole level is just beautifully designed. It turns out that the reason that Tubba Blubba is invincible is because he had his heart removed from his body and hidden at the bottom of a well. And this is just like the Norwegian fairy tale, the giant who had no heart in his body. So Mario unlocks the door to this windmill, goes down the well, and fights Tubba Blubba's heart. Mario defeats the heart, and the heart reunites with Tubba Blubba's body. Now Tubba Blubba is no longer invincible, and we're able to defeat Tubba Blubba. And that just goes to show you what happens if you try to make yourself heartless and detached, if you try to make yourself invincible, if you don't want to be hurt by pain or failure, so you don't even try for success, if you metaphorically feast on fear. But even if you remove your heart and hide it at the bottom of a well behind a locked door, you still can get hurt. Trying to avoid pain doesn't make you avoid pain. It just delays the pain that you feel. And the fear in trying to avoid this pain makes you miss out on life. Tubba Blubba is an amazingly designed boss. The way he's seen as a threat, his invincibility, the search for some kind of weakness, the way that many characters and plot lines are all woven together, and the moral of the story, all of this put together just makes him an amazingly designed boss. As you can probably tell, I like Paper Mario. Not only is this story amazing, but there are so many unique ways to play this game, and there's so much to discover and explore in this game. If you're interested in more, then you could check out the rest of my videos on my channel, or you could check out my Twitch live streams. I am currently live on Wednesdays and Fridays. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you did enjoy it, and have a lovely day.